Welcome back to Oh No They Died, my own take of the kill count. But we don't cover horror films over here, no. Instead, we cover video games. Currently we are going through the Kingdom Hearts series, and today we are looking at 358/2 Days, the first of the two DS games. However, like the others in the series, I'm not going off the playable game. Instead, we are looking at the recap version that can be found on 1.5, or 1.5 plus 2.5, or the story so far. The reason why I'm covering it like this, well, back when I started with Birth by Sleep 2 years ago, I stated that I was only going to count the least amount of enemies as possible, and thus just brings us to the recap. The story of 358/2 Days is set between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2. The story begins with a new character called Roxas. Roxas turns out to be the nobody of Sora, which was created when Sora became a Heartless near the end of the first game. We start off as Roxas at the same time as Sora is fighting Ansem. Anyway, through this story we'll be following Roxas during his time in Organization 13, a group of nobodies who are set on releasing Kingdom Hearts. The reason why it's called 358/2 Days is because during this entire time, Sora is sleeping inside his cocoon, like we saw at the end of the last game, which was Chain of Memories. And that's basically the main story. We are playing as Roxas during his time in Organization 13 until Sora wakes up. Again, just like before, we won't be counting on anyone who has already been killed in this series before, but mainly for this title that will cover most of Chain of Memories. So without further ado, let's see how many Artless we rack up. Just after 7 days of this game's beginning, we get to see the second lead in our game, her name Xion, number 14. Like before, we are only covering the most important parts of the story, and Xion is a huge part of the story, so let me summarize for you. Whenever Xion is in the story, I will be mentioning everything about her, mostly, and everything we don't really need to know we'll skip out. Anyway, during our time in Organization, we are put out on missions, and in these missions is where we will be taking out the Heartless and new enemies, those being the Nobodies. The lesser Nobodies are more commonly referred to as Dusks. Those with stronger hearts become human, while those with weaker hearts become those so-called Dusks. A little fact I'd like to point out: when you kill the Heartless and a nobody of someone who has died, their body can be brought back to life, without the use of the Princess of Light magic like Sora did back in Kingdom Hearts 1. Anyway, the first day, where we get to kill some Heartless, is on day 9, and on that day, we kill a Heartless. The next set of Heartless we killed was on day 15, and a few days following that one, which in total concluded to up to 9 Heartless, and 4 Nobodies. On day 22, not much to say about it, but this in the timeline is where Chain of Memories is set, and after this we do start seeing less and less Organization members because Sora and Riku would be taking them out. On day 23 we see more Heartless dying, and in these days we see a total of 1 Heartless dying. At this point in the game, Xion is being very quiet, but after spending a day or two together with Roxas, she comes out of a shell and starts talking more. And there is a reason behind this, and that reason is all linked to Castle Oblivion. Also during these times, Xion also reveals her face to us and even shows us that she can also use the Keyblade. While using the Keyblade, she is shown to be killing a Darkseid. Again, it's all tied to Castle Oblivion. During the time that Axel has been away, we've been teaming up with other people, and on one of these missions, we are seen taking out a simple Heartless. After taking it out, this Heartless, Roxas falls into a few days of sleep. I'll let you in a little secret for this one. During this part of the story, Sora has just been put into his year-long coma, and this in turn affects Roxas, as Naminé is piecing the memories back together. 25 days passed while Roxas was in a coma. During this time, Xion has taken up using the Keyblade. I'll give you a little hint about Xion for now too. Roxas is tied to Sora because of his nobody status, however his memories are also affecting Xion too. A day after being awake again, Roxas is back to killing more Heartless. On day 51, he kills 1 of those Heartless. The day after, on day 52, Roxas is taking more Heartless. This time around, we rack up about 9 Heartless kills. "50 days have passed since Axel went to Castle Oblivion. Throughout this entire time, the rest of the organisation have been telling Roxas that he died. And a little backstory for you again. During Castle Oblivion, Axel had been helping Sora out, and during his time there, he was having a change of heart, and now he is having doubts about the organisation. It's been about 2 weeks in the game, and Xion has been missing in action. Now that Roxas has been awakened, Xion lost her ability to use the Keyblade, and was on the run, not able to do a job correctly. After this new encounter, Roxas does his best to persuade his boss to put them both back on missions together. During that day, Roxas and Axel teamed up to take out a powerful Heartless. 25 days have passed and Xion has been found, and in that time, in the recap, we saw us kill no Heartless. However, on days between 97 and 116, we killed 18 Heartless. 1 big monster, 1 flying creature, and 16 ice cubes. Three more days have passed with nothing happening in the game, and I mean nothing. Even story-related happened. But after those 3 days break, Xion and Roxas are no longer working together, and this lonesome Roxas takes out 5 more Heartless. At this point in the game, 30 more days have passed, and on this day, Xion has been fighting with someone who is very dear to Sora, a person who has the audacity to call Xion and her Keyblade a sham. But of course, all of that will soon be revealed why. If and I haven't said anything about it already, but I know I haven't because I'm reading all this at once. I was writing this script in like chunks, so I don't change everything when it comes to the end of it, but anyhow. Anyway, it's been a while since Xion and Roxas was able to work together on missions, and on day 151, they get to work together again. And on this nice day out, we take out just the 1 Heartless. After this day is over, we get more coverage of what Xion was doing with Riku, and he sees Xion for who she really is. Riku is one of the darkness at this point, and to keep it from really getting out, he covers his eyes, which in turn also makes him see the truth. And he sees, like I said, Xion for what she really is. After the encounter with Xion, Roxas has been doing recon missions and going out to worlds on his own again. He even went to the world where he could fly to kill another Heartless in Neverland. Xion has been sleeping for more than 30 days. This tied with Sora getting his memories back halfway through his sleep, while a lot of people from Sora's past are forgetting about him. This and the fact that Xion was badly defeated by Riku. Has anyone ever noticed when you get a good close-up of Xion's face, she has the same eyes of Sora? Actual canon lore there for you in Kingdom Hearts that I will be explaining later in the video. Speaking of those memories about Sora, Xion is now getting flashbacks to Sora's own past, but these are the memories that are highly connected to Kairi too. While these are happening, during the recap, a big Heartless comes to attack Xion, Roxas, and Axel. We don't see the monster get defeated, but all we know, it's a safe bet that it died, seeing as it's the only job that Roxas has in this game. Back out doing missions again, now that Xion is slowly coming round from her memory relapse, we team up with Luxord, which in turn only adds 2 more Heartless to the count. So we're on day 224 in the game now, and there only leaves like 130 days left of the game. But if you've been following what I've been saying, then you'll understand what's gone off. At this point in the game, Nomine mentions that she has been struggling to put Sora's memories back together and that a female nobody is interfering. Well, this scene takes place after Castle Oblivion, and the only person who fits the bill is Xion. She has been having memories of Sora, or his memories of Kairi at least. The game never mentions this, but it does get cleared up in later games like in Kingdom Hearts 3. But Xion is a replica dummy. She was created for the sole purpose to actually interfere with Nomine's plans and take over from Roxas if he ever became like Sora. So, that's why she can use a Keyblade, because she's slowly taking on the form of Sora because of the memories she has intercepted. Anyway, another 30 days have passed and Shion is now turning her back to the organization, all down to the fact of Riku interfering with the plans. Another character who I don't think has been introduced before is also working with Riku and Shion to help get Sora back to his rightful memories. Shion is working too well with them. Just for now, she has gone absent without leave to find out the truth of her own fabricated past. These memories start getting extremely out of hand around day 270. While having the memories of Sora, a lot more memories start to fill her phony mind because Shion is taking up all these extra memories. It's harder for Naminé to pull Sora's memories from her head, meaning it's taking longer and longer to reawaken Sora. After Shion's disappearance, Roxas gets worried and starts looking for her, coming to the conclusion that Castle Oblivion is the only place left where she could be hiding. However, because Roxas is the nobody of Sora, and Sora still being alive, the castle's powers start to kick in and rush Roxas' head with the recent memories of Chain of Memories adventure. When Roxas eventually catches up to Shion, he sees her working with Riku, now coming to the conclusion that she has fully betrayed the organization. Now entering day 300, the trio are forced to hate each other. Shion wanting to help bring Sora back to being awake, Axel working for the organization in fixing Shion, mainly helping her get rid of Sora's memories, and Roxas who is just trying to figure out what's going on. Just like those playing the game. However, it's being hinted at that Xemnas wants Roxas and Shion to stay together, seeing as the look of Shion is based on the memories of Sora, the memories that Naminé has put into the puppet, and the memories that linger within Roxas, making it crucial that they need to stay together so that they can have two Keyblade wielders. Now that we are fast approaching the end of the game, Roxas has been having a lot of flashbacks to his time as being Sora. While Sora has stopped gaining his old memories, meaning the new memories are getting overloaded into Shion, now that Shion is back working with the organization, Roxas has been feeling weaker, just like we mentioned a moment ago. Shion is slowly taking Roxas' place because of the Keyblade. It was originally tied to Sora, as we know, and because Roxas is his nobody, it also works for him. But slowly over the course of the game, Shion has been slowly becoming more like Sora. She has been using a fake Keyblade thus far, because of the replica memories, but now the Keyblade wants to go back to being in Sora's hand, or in this case, Shion's hands. Not only that, the organization does not care what happens to Roxas or Shion. They want someone to kill the Heartless to gain more hearts for Kingdom Hearts. Xemnas wants them both to fight to the death. Of course, more hopes of Shion winning because of the ties it could have with Sora and the puppet is way more easier to manipulate. So now we enter the final chapter of the game. In an attempt to weaken Roxas as much as possible, they send him out to do more missions, and on these missions, new set of missions, we take out 4 more Heartless. A few more days pass, and in those days, Shion and Roxas was tricked into fighting each other thanks to Axel. Nothing happened. A few more days later, Shion is out on missions with Axel, and the memories inside Shion are taking an even more worse turn. She reveals her new self to Xigbar, who to him looks like Ventus, and to anyone else, she's starting to look like Sora now. And because of this, Shion has now gone AWOL yet again, which in turn is giving strength back to Roxas, and now it's time for the final showdown. A showdown between Roxas and Shion. Before the showdown kicks off, Roxas runs away from Organization 13 to seek out the truth of his past. Shion stands her ground with Naminé in an attempt to help resurrect Sora, but in doing so, Axel comes to bring her back alive. However, the fight was grueling. Shion gets knocked out, but leaving Axel very weak. I think this is the most plot I've ever mentioned in the Kingdom Hearts kill count video, but it can get very confusing without all of this dialect. But now the time has finally come to the end. I'm not going to talk about anything here, and I'll just show you how all this story ends. Again, I missed some context out of the video, so please go play the game or watch the full recap for yourself.
Where did I think I could go? What a joke. Shion! Thank you.
Roxas, I'm out of time. Even if I'm not ready, I have to make this choice. You have poured so many memories into me, given me so much, that I feel like I'm about to overflow. Look at me, Roxas. Who do you see? If you see somebody else's face, a boy's face, then that means I'm almost ready. This puppet will have to play her part. Roxas, this is him. It's Sora. You're next, Roxas. I have to make you a part of me too. Don't you see? This is why I was created.
Who are you? Again? It's weird. I feel like I'm forgetting something really important.
You'll be better off now, Roxas.
Am I the one who did this to you?
No. It was my choice to go away now. Better that than to do nothing and let Xemnas have his way. I belong with Sora. And now I am going back to be with him. Roxas, I need you to do me a favor. All those hearts that I've captured, Kingdom Hearts, set them free.
Kingdom Hearts? Free them?
It's too late for me to undo my mistakes. But you can't let Xemnas have Kingdom Hearts. You can't. Goodbye, Roxas. See you again. I'm glad I got to meet you. Oh, and of course, Axel too. You are both my best friends. Never forget. That's the truth.
No! Shion! Who else will I have ice cream with?
And with this fight over and done with, we add our first human. I know Shion has a replica, but for the sake of convenience, we are calling her human. And that's all that's left now. Is for the rest of the game is the Heartless that appear in the post-credit scene, which in total showed us about 10 Heartless being destroyed. I wasn't sure to add this or not to the count, but this is the last time we get to see Roxas alive, seeing as the next game starts with the last scene of this game, but that's getting covered in the next kill count. So, I will actually add Roxas to this list too.
Who are you?
What does it matter? I'm here for you.
Why are you trying to stop me?
Because I want back the rest of Sora's memories.
Sora. Enough about Sora.
Do you have some kind of plan?
I'll set Kingdom Hearts free. Then everything will be the way it was. She'll come back. And the three of us can be together again.
You mean Shion? It's a struggle just to remember the name now. Either way, I can't let you go doing anything crazy.
I'm freeing Kingdom Hearts, and I'm going to find Sora. I want Shion back. I want my life back!
If you try and make contact with Kingdom Hearts, the last thing you'll get is your life back. The organization will destroy you.
Enough! Yeah.
Why? Why do you have the Keyblade?
Shut up! Why don't you quit?
Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that.
Huh? Get real. Look which one of us is winning.
So it's true. You really are his nobody. Guess Diz was right after all.
What are you talking about? I am me. Nobody else.
Riku, please! You have to stop him!
How many times do I have to beat you?
All right. You've left me with no other choice.
What?
I have to release the power in my heart. The dark power that I've been holding back. Even if it changes me forever.
I have accepted it.
And that's it. That marks the end of this kill count, where in total we killed 67 things. There's nothing more to add to this story for now, apart from the final scene, which is the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, which we'll be covering sometime in July. A side note, by the way, for you. A little side note I'd like to point out, when you're playing as Roxas, or when the game wants you to see the world through his eyes, you get to see Xion for who she really is. But when it's through Axel's eyes, and when you can't see Xion's face, I don't know if this was an overlook in the game design, but I'd like to think it's because Xion is faceless to everyone else but Roxas. I think this is because of the memories that Xion is made from. Although, one thing has never been clear to me. Why does Xion look like the way she does? All replicas are made with blank faces and take on the form of what memories it holds. Like Riku Replica held the memories of Riku and looked like his dark form from Kingdom Hearts 1. But nothing really explains why Xion looks like the way she does in any of the games. The best explanation I have is a mix of facial features mixed with Sora and Kairi, seeing as Xion is based around the memories Sora has of Kairi. But as for now though, that's another kill count covered. So please join us again in July, for we will be covering Kingdom Hearts 2, and I can already tell you a hint, there is more than 1,000 Heartless kills in that game. There is one specific scene that you have to kill 1,000 Heartless. But as for now though, that is it for this kill count. I do apologise, it felt a bit rushed. I'll do my best to loop this connected well, I guess, with the videos and the clips. So hopefully it all works out in my favour. I don't know. Hopefully I'll be better at the next one. I'm going to get better at these as time goes on. Like in the last one I started having like little scriptures and things, and now we're going to start seeing more cutscenes from now on. So hopefully it works in my favour. But I don't know. These are just for me. I like to do this for a little bit of fun. But we've got a lot of games to cover. Like I said, next is Kingdom Hearts 2. Then we've got Coded. Then we've got Dream Drop Distance, I think. Yep. Then we've got Dream Drop Distance to cover. We've got Fragmentary Passage to cover. We've got Kingdom Hearts 3 to cover. Melody of Memory. It's a whole ordeal. It's going to be a fun one. And then maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 by that time. Interesting. But anyway, that's all there's going to be for today with this video of Kill Council. Oh no, they died. But as for now, this is Rixxalight signing out.